So welcome. This is the parents information session. Majority of this presentation will be the main narrative is the Joy Scouts, but a lot of the information here will be applicable to the Cub Scouts, the Scouts, the Venture, and also the Rover as well. So this is the Brisbane South Chinese group. Do not be confused when you drive in this just now. You see a big sign says Sunnybank Scout Group. We are borrowing the den. This den belongs to them, but we are a different group. Is that right, Lindy?
Yes.
We are a different group. We are the Brisbane South Chinese group. Okay, let's start off with you saw the agenda. Obviously, I will be introducing myself and also some of the leaders that we have, and we're going to go through the agenda. Basically, we talk about who we are, and we meet the Joey Scout leaders. Some of them, only myself and May is here. The rest unable to attend. We'll talk about why we are here and what is the vision of being into Scouts. We'll talk about the journey. We'll talk about personal progression. How do we do it? We'll then venture into the Scout method and how do we build the activities and why, what's the idea behind it. Then we'll talk about the badging system. Then commitment and attendance. One of the topics that in Scouting, especially in Australia, they talk about the spirituality, which I will be diving into that. And obviously safety and child protection is very important in Scouting. The role of our parents for ourselves, and then we talk about money. We understand costing because we have a lot of questions about how do we build this costing in terms of where this costing comes about and how much it costs and so on. Then we'll talk about volunteering and then how we communicate within this group. And last, I would like to also talk about volunteering with us. Now the last one here, I was going to get my daughter Tiffany Cheng to do a bit of a presentation because I think because it's getting, I believe it's going to take a long time. We're not going to be able to do that, but maybe in the future. Okay. So next one, a bit of an introduction to myself. My name is Cyril. My Scout name is Viper. I've been joining the Scout since I was 6 years old back in Malaysia. My other job, which is I'm a professional and chartered engineer. I'm a project director and executive principal in the rail industry. So that's my other job in a sense. Hobby, cycling. I do my scouting now, and I like to eat a lot of food. Obviously, as you can see durian there, I love to eat that durian. So just for your information, if you know any good durian deal, let me know. Yeah, we'll go there. I'll go there and buy some. Okay, before we start the whole thing, I just want to ask the question is in terms of this photograph up here that I have. What do we see? What are the things that we see? What are the top things that come into your mind when we see this picture? Anything?
Kids.
Kids. What else? Yes, you see kids. Kids under poverty. I guess you know some of the kids has been separated from the parents because of obviously conflict. What else do we see up there?
The world.
The
world.
Yeah, the world. You see that as you can see on the far right hand corner, we just gone through COVID-19 pandemic. We don't know when the next one is coming. Hopefully not. And on the top right hand corner, you can see there's a lot of natural disasters happening due to mankind, how we treat the world. Up there you can see AI, especially nowadays there's a lot of disinformation and misinformation in the world. When you look at Facebook or YouTube, sometimes it's getting really annoying because you don't know what is real and what is not these days, and it's getting very good. One of the things that in Scouting also that we are trying to make this awareness not just to our youth, and to the parents as well. Okay, in terms of misinformation and disinformation out there. So is your child prepared for the world to come? Like it or not, this will be there in the future, right? So the next question that we want to ask ourselves is, are they ready to face the challenges in the future, right? Yes, the school education system teaches them to a certain point, but there are many things that the school education system do not teach. And I like to believe that the Scouting, that's where the Scouting comes in. So yes, challenges the world is facing. I just put the top 10 things out there. Not to deep dive into them. You can see there is a climate change, conflict and war, displacement. 73% 5.9 million of internal displaced people worldwide. So kids, children, family members are separated from the families because of the displacement. There are still a lot of hunger and poverty in the world. The education is not quality. We are very lucky in Australia, whereas our education system is, pretty known in the world, that we are pretty good at it, but that is not the case in many places in the world. Digital misinformation, as I just mentioned before about AI, we don't know what is real, what is not. We keep getting scam calls. We all know that, telemarketers calling in, and a lot of the older generation, especially when they are not very familiar with the IT, we hear a lot of stories how the older generation getting scammed, right? In terms of scam calls and so on. Social division. The world is very separate. It's very polarizing at this stage, as you know. You're anti-Trump, you like Trump, you don't like Trump, you're left wing, you're right wing, and so on. Mental well-being. Anxiety, loneliness, and stress among the young people today continue to rise globally, right? There is a record number of young people these days in case of depression, suicide, which we don't hear last couple of centuries, but we do these days. Environmental degradation, as mentioned before, and then in terms of leadership crisis, I'm in the as you know, Brisbane or Queensland is going through a very huge construction phase. There's a lot of activity happening. We have a lot of experts, a lot of SMEs, but we are lacking leadership. Not too much people are able to do coordination, communication. This is what I'm saying, that Scouts, in a way, that is going to promote that. So on the left-hand side, these are the 10 things that the world is facing. On the right-hand side, this is how Scouting is going to help. Okay? I'm not saying that Scouting is going to solve the world's problem, but it is a few steps forward towards that direction. So the first one, climate change. What do we do in Scout? We build environmental awareness, right? Conflict and war. We promote peace, respect, inclusion, and cultural understanding. Displacement. We develop resilience to adapt to many scenarios. We have empathy towards support in the need of others. Hunger and poverty, we encourage service, gratitude, and community support. Education, we learn by doing. We develop curiosity, and a love for lifelong learning. Misinformation, as said before, we build a critical thinking, and we build the awareness of this. Social division, mental well-being. So basically, for everything that the 10 things that the world is facing, somehow in Scout we have a way to counter that. Okay. So this is the picture again. That this is where we want to go. Yes, compare this photograph to the first one that I've shown earlier on. That's a very big contrast. This is AI generated, yes, but again, it gives you a good image of what we want to see the world to be. You can see birds flying, building. We have sustainability. Kids are having fun together with animals. The world leaders shaking hands instead of arguing and war and so on. So Scouting. So basically, who we are. Okay, who we are. The Scouting is a global movement that builds friendship, experiences, and skill for life, shaping young people' future as active, citizens. More than 500 million young people and adults have joined and experienced the power of Scouting non-formal education since it was founded in 1907. The key word here is non-formal education, right? It is not something that it is recognized with a bachelor degree. It's not recognized like a diploma, but this is something which I'll talk about later, which is related to the badging system and the TIC awards. It is recognized in a different form. Okay. So since then, the Scout movement have grown. We got 60 million young people involved in Scouting, 5 million active volunteers, 1 million local Scout group. We are one of the 1 million globally. There are 176 national Scout organizations. So we are part of a bigger organization that you don't really see every day. right? When you turn on the TV, you don't see Scouts, advertisement and so on. So a lot of people are not very aware of how big we are. So we got 6 Scouts region. Asia Pacific region alone, there are 33 national Scout organizations, 1 associate which is in French Polynesia, 35 million Scout members, that's 60% of the world of Scouting. Okay, and do we know of all the, in terms of Asia Pacific region, or actually globally, you know who has got the highest Scout membership, highest Scout involvement? That's Indonesia. Because Indonesia, especially I grew up in Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Scouts is part of the school curriculum. Okay, in Australia it's different. Scout is not in the school curriculum. It's something that you do just like going to join a footy club or soccer, but we are a movement, which is not part of the school curriculum in Australia. Okay, where we are in the big picture, right? It starts all the way from the top. The world, the WOSM, the collect WOSM, World Organization of the Scout Movement. Down next tier down is Scout Australia, and then down is the state, which is Queensland Scout. Next level is the region level, and then the next one down from there is the district, which we belong. We belong to the Archer district, and then the next one down is obviously Brisbane South Chinese group, which is us. Under the Archer district, we have got the First Chinese, which is also under Archer district. I think Temple Light Buddha is also one of them. It's also part of Archer. Sorry, region. Okay. And yeah, so we are the Brisbane South Chinese group, which will broken down into various sections, which we will dive right into that next. Okay. Okay, just a couple of facts. What you see on the screen here is basically a few of many famous people in the world. They are, I consider them as successful people and well-known people. Bear Grylls is one of them. You got Neil Armstrong, the first man who stepped on the moon. He was a Scout. We have got Yu Jialin from Taiwan. Is the first Taiwanese woman in space. Usain Bolt. He is one of the famous people, and he was in Scouts, or still is in Scout. Richard Branson, the CEO of Virgin. And we've got Jamie Oliver on the far right-hand side. Yeah, all these people are in Scouts. And I like to believe, again, I think Scout have some or a lot of contribution that developed them to where they are today. This is something more local. This is the Australians. So you've got, obviously, the top, Russell Crowe, Hugh Jackman, Dick Smith, and the Irwin families. They are all involved in Scouts as well. So some local context here, just to give you a bit of idea. So this one here is, I guess this is all the leaders in the Joeys. You've got myself, you've got Amy, May at the back. Suen is at the gang show at the moment, unable to attend. And where's Jia? Home, okay. So these are the leaders at the back. Phil, you want to quickly introduce yourself in terms of your name, Scout name, which section that you belong to, okay. And when did you join Scout?
I am Philip O'Donnell. My Scout name is Red. I have just moved up from Cubs to Scouts.
It took a very long time.
Excuse me.
No, like in Scouts,
Yeah, so I'm one of the newer leaders. I started roughly about 4 years ago, 1 year for an adult helper, then 2.5 years with John doing the Cubs, and now I'm with Marianne doing the Scouts. I was a former Scout when I was a kid. I was a Cub and a Scout up until about 13, 14 years old. I found it quite great for us, especially my mum was a single mum. We learned a whole lot of stuff. Most of our camps were different too. So 40 years ago, it was a lot different. The structure was a whole lot different in respect to, we had our own canoes, and there wasn't the variety that we have now. So it's grown and evolved a lot more. The other thing too is, of course, we have a lot more legality these days, so there's a lot more training that we have to do. So our camps were mainly, we do hiking, we did a lot of canoeing. So by the time I was, say, 12 years old, in Cubs we did a bit of canoeing. by the time you moved into actual Scouts, by the time you were 12 years old, you were very proficient at canoeing. In fact, when I would go to my school camps, my friends would always be asking me to be in their canoe, so I got to pick. Yeah, and it made it a whole lot easier. So it was a good foundation, and it did help me a lot in life. So yeah.
Thank you, Phil. May, quick. Your turn, May. No, yeah, your turn, May. Quickly, your name, Scout name, and when you joined Scout. Japan, in front of the camera.
Hi everyone, my name is May. I'm the Joey leader.
Lindy?
I joined Scouts I think 6 or 7 years ago. Start with Joey, still with Joey.
Yeah. I'd like to introduce next one is Marian. Come over here. You want to stand right in front of the camera. Just quickly, your name, Scout name, and which section.
Hello, my name is Marianne. My Scout name is Wombat. And I've been doing Scout probably 8 or 9 years. And the kids always impress me, the potential they can do. And also, I think it's a great opportunity right now for the kids in current age because they always stuck with computer and mobile phone. And it's a great time that they can drop off the computer device and finally get in touch with the nature.
Yes. Leave the screen at home and come out and actually do something. Lindy. Lindy is our group leader. Lindy.
Hi, my name is Lindy. My Scout name is Paulson.
我从12岁就参加童军到现在，我觉得这个童军的活动对所有的孩子是很有帮助的，然后对孩子的成长啊、过程还有他们的视野是会不一样的。
Okay, thanks, Lindy. Thank you for your introduction. Okay, so let's talk about the next slide here. Look, this is our vision. So our vision is creating a better world. Now, what does that mean, right? So circle back to the earlier discussion at the beginning of the presentation where we saw where we put up a image of what the world is facing today. And also what good looks like in terms of how the world we want the world to look like, which there is an image which I put also. So through scouting, we want to develop these 5 areas. So basically, by creating a better world, we will have character building, leadership, which is to inspiring others and leading by example, resilience, bouncing back from challenges. And never give up. Responsibility, taking ownership of your action and choices. And last but not least, the community service, caring for others and making a positive impact in society. As you can see, that this is our beautiful Lindy over there standing up, showing us the creating a better world. Now, the Scout journey. So, as mentioned earlier, the scouting has been sectioned in 5 different areas. Obviously, you got the Joeys, clubs, Scouts, Venturers, and Rovers, and all the activities building is designed age appropriate. So, from the Joey perspective, you will see Joeys is from the age of 5 to 8, Cubs is 8 to 11, Scouts 11 to 14. Venturers 14, 18, and Rovers 18 to 25 plus. As you can see, there is a bit of overlapping. Like for example, 5 to 8 in Joeys, and you can 8 to 11 in Cubs. So the 8 years there is a bit of a transitioning. Understanding personal progression. So through personal progression, they will be looking at 5 areas, which is the AOS, outdoor adventure skills, special interest areas. The third one is the challenge areas, pick awards, which I will be talking about more depth in detail in the next couple of slides. Now, it is important to note that badges are recognition of growth, not really the objective. It is okay for the individual youth that want to come in and join to do activities, and if they're not interested in the badge progression, which is okay. So the badge progression is only a way to track the progress. Now the Scout methods, as you can see basically there are 6. Okay, so we believe the first one, learning by doing. So young people learn through hands-on activities, challenges, and adventures. By doing things, it is by learning. For example, for example, if a person wants to learn how to swim, they cannot just read a book and knows, how to swim, or by talking to people, and they know how to swim. That person would have to jump into the water and feel the water in their hands and how the water flow through the body, and feel that water, the temperature of the water. So you need to actually jump into the water and learn how to swim. So from a Scout perspective, we believe doing is how you learn. We also introduced the patrol system. The patrol system will give them the opportunity not to only lead a team, and also to become a good team player. So the patrol system is a small team work together, build friendships, and develop leadership skills. The next one is personal progression. Every Scouts follow their own journey, setting goals and celebrating their achievements. If they want to do this through the badge system, which is okay. The badge system is basically only a tool, or is only a method to track the progress. All right, next, promise and law. Values guide behavior, helping young people becoming responsible citizens of the world. Right, which I will talk about in the next couple of slides. Nature, the outdoor provides adventure, discovery, and a connection to the environment. And last but not least, trained leaders like us will encourage, mentor, and help young people, so therefore they will be succeeding. Now, how have the activities been built? As you can see on the slide, for example, if you look at camping, it is something that we do as an activity because that will teach the youth to be independent. This is where we encourage the parents to also get involved in this particular activity straight away from planning, straight at the beginning, even from home. For example, the youth, we need to understand how they'll pack. So get them involved in terms of have they got the toothbrush packed? Have they got their toothpaste packed? What sort of clothing that they will need to wear? For example, if they are going for water activities at Brown Sea, for example, they have to make sure, and they need to understand why Crocs, for example, is not going to be the appropriate footwear for the water activities. They will have to wear a proper, full-on cover wet shoes. Hiking is an activity that we do because that will also teach them resilience. So some of the hikes that we do could be 2 kilometers, could be 5, 10, 20, or even 30. They would, and as you know from hiking, as part of life, it's not always flat. At some area that you will need to walk uphill, you need to walk downhill, you need to climb uphill. You probably need to cross some rivers. So as part of life, the road is not always flat and the road is not always nice and smooth. There will be areas where they have to negotiate rough terrain. They have to climb over rocks. So that will give them a sense of resilience. Games. We introduce games and we use games as well because that will give them the opportunity, as mentioned earlier, to lead a team or to assist the team leader and also to become a good team player. They will be given opportunity to present themselves. So at the end, so if they are going to go for the PICS award, it will be a point in time before they reach the PICS award. They will have to do personal reflection. That's where they have to stand in front of their peers and give a bit of a review. Leadership roles, as explained earlier on. Now, I'm going to talk about the PICS Award now. The PICS Awards, as you can see, they are for every section, there is a PICS Award. The Joeys, for example, you've got the Joey Scout Challenge Award, Cubs, Grey Wolf Award. The Scouts will have the Australian Scout Award. The Venturers is a King Scout Award. And last but not least, the Rovers will have the Baden Power Scout Awards, which is the highest of all the awards. Now, not to say that the Rovers Baden Power Scout Awards is not, it is the most important. Every single section PIC Awards is as significant as, they have got their own merits. Okay, let's talk about the badging system. So taking the Joey Scout session as an example, the majority of this information that I'm going to present here will apply very similar to the other sessions. As you can see, for the Joey Scout, if they want to go for the Pick Award, they need to complete 3 milestones. The first milestone consists of 27 activities, the second 25, and the third 24 activities. So going back to the first milestone as an example, the Joey will need to participate in 6 activities in each challenge area. They will also need to then assist in 2 activities from any 2 challenge areas of their choice and lead at least 1 activity from any challenge area of their choice. Now this is similar to 2 and 3. The challenge area consists an element of creative, community, outdoor, and personal growth. The next slide I'm going to talk about is the badge. So diving right into the outdoor adventure skill known as AOS, you can see if the Joey would like to follow the path to the Joey Pick Award, 3 core will be required, which is camping, bushcraft, and bushwalking stage 1. The specialists are, as you can see, there are 6 of them: alpine, cycling, vertical, aquatics, paddling, and boating. These are the optional ones. Now, going to the right-hand side, you can see there are 6 special interest area, also known as the SIA. These 6 special interest area, the first one is creating a better world. Second, arts and literature. Second, adventure and sport. The third one is the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math and innovation. And you have environmental, and last but not least is the growth and development. Now, this Joey, they do not have to complete 6 of them. They need to complete at least 2. And for each of them, they need to spend at least 2 hours for the 2 that they have selected. The next step they will do is they will need to join and participate in a 3-hour journey or the adventurous journey. Once that is completed, then the Joey would be given the opportunity to present to their peers, to present to their peers and to the leaders by doing a brief presentation of their personal reflection. This is where they will be given the opportunity to do a presentation. Once that's all completed, so I'm saying once they have completed the milestone 1, milestone 2, milestone 3, complete at least 3 of the course of the OAS, which is the outdoor adventure skills, then they will complete at least 2 out of the SIA, which is the special interest area. Then they have to join the adventurous journey and participate at least a 3-hour journey. They do up a presentation and present it to their peers. Once that's done, then the leaders will do the assessment and also by the peers. Then they will be awarded the Joey Scout Challenge Award. Now again, this is just taking the Joey's section as an example. For the other sections such as Cubs, Scouts, Ventures, and Rovers will be very similar, but obviously the badging, the staging that they would have to go through will be age appropriate, will be a little bit more challenging, obviously, compared to the Joeys. Okay, so attend today and achieve tomorrow. Every opportunity counts. So for the Joey section, we meet every Saturday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Scout Den for about an hour. We will have additional activities outside the den, may be held on different days and at different location, and this may be a full day, overnight, or considered as a special event. There will be no Joey activities on the last Saturday of every month, Queensland public holidays, school holidays, shore holidays, and other dates. If there's any no activity happening in the den, the leaders will be communicated to the parents via the WeChat program. And I believe in the other section, which is the Cub Scouts, Ventura will be meeting up at the den from 2:30 to 5. Now, Joey, we just restricted to 1 hour. Now, if you were to look at the table in the middle over there, it says there are about 52 Saturdays in a year, taking 2026 an example, okay? If you take out the school holidays, you minus 16 activities or 16 Saturdays, and the last Saturday, and if you take out the last Saturday of each month, that is during a school term, so you have got 52 Saturdays in a year. Take out 16, take out 9, then there are 27 usable regular Joey's activity session. And I believe that goes the same with other session as well. So that means that in term 1, that there are 6 then activities, term 2, 7, 3 and 4 also 7. That gives you a total of 27 activity at the end. Now, the attendance impact. So if the youth were to miss 4 sessions, that is 85% chance of success to achieve the PIC award. If the youth misses 8, that is 70% chance to achieve the PIC award. And if the youth misses 10 sessions for that year, that's 63% chance of meeting the PICS award. So what do you do as the parent of the youth? You need to plan ahead, okay? You need to plan ahead and check the calendar. You need to confirm earlier for special events. So let's say some of the events that we advertise, for example, the Brown Sea activity, the amount of participant that can join the Brown Sea activity sometimes can be limited to 10 participants, for example. So if you can confirm or you can register your child to a special event, the earlier, the better. So confirm early, talk to your leader, and make sure that you support and encourage your youth for the activities. All right, what I'm going to talk about is quickly about the badge, the placement. So if you look at the left chest, you can see that you have the Australian flag badge, and you have got the World Scout badge is to be placed on just above the pocket. And if you look at the right chest, if the particular youth have achieved the milestone, they will be given the 3 milestone, 1, 2, and 3. And then you have got the event badge, for example, the trial jam, right? So for those youth member that have participated in the youth in the trial jam event, they will be given the trial jam event and a badge, and that is based on duration, so not to be put there permanent. Okay. Now, if you were to look at the left sleeve, for example, again, these are the 5 PIC awards. Now, these, if the youth have achieved these PIC awards, they are to stay there permanently, so you don't take them off. And then followed by the SIA, the special interest area, which is 6 of them, as mentioned earlier. And then you have got the outdoor adventure skill badges. Again, the core, which is the camping, bushcraft, and bushwalking at the top. The 3 core, and then the other 6, which will be the optional one. If you look at the right sleeve, the top will be our group name, which is a Brisbane South Chinese group, followed by the district badge, which sits right below it. For the World Scouting badge, for the time being, do not worry about that, because I don't think we've got it at this stage. The additional awards, for example, if the youth have participated in Anzac Day event, there will be a small little triangle badge that will be given to them. Yes, that can be placed in this area. Followed by the section badge. So the section badge, so as a Joey were to, as a youth joined, for example, in this case, join the Joey section, they will be given a Joey section badge at the bottom, as you can see in that color there. You may see some of the scout have got a few of these, means that they have come and joined us at earlier stage. The Scout Promise. Alright, so all members of Scout Australia make the same promise. Members can choose one of the 2 versions that best reflect their personal belief. Now, as you can see in the option 1, which is to my honor, I promise to do my best to do my duty to my God and to the King of Australia, to help other people and to live by the Scout law. Option 2, which is more contemporary promise. It says, on my honor, I promise to do my best to be true to my spiritual belief, to contribute to my community and to our world, and to help other people and to live by the Scout law. In this then, so in the Brisbane South Chinese group, we choose option number 2.
So yeah, in Scouting, we welcome everyone from all religion or no religion, atheist, agnostic, whatever that may be. Let me just repeat this. The reason for in terms of spirituality in Scouting is important for us is because we want the young people to believe in something that is bigger than themselves. Okay, so with that, that give them the ability to have hope. Without hope, it's very hard for you to bounce back. Is when you fall or you fail in something. We do not want them to have a thinking that that's the end of it, which can then spiral into depression, which can spiral into the worst case, take their own life. So that's what that is what spirituality is really about. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Just a bit of a check. Yes. 应该是可以了 right?
Should be alright.
No, it should be fine. Okay. Yep. Let's go back there. Okay, as mentioned before, child safety and child protection is very important. What we do is, so basically, leader screening. So all the leaders that we have, we will all have a blue card. Before we join, we will be screened, our history will be checked, making sure that we are qualified, we are not some criminals. Then we will be given the blue card. We will go through intensive training. Okay, Phil just went through training himself over the weekend at Sanford. There will be that's time and commitment spent. We have to go through those. We will do risk assessment. So every activities that we do, there will be a session, brief or long, that we have to look at in terms of what the risk that we expose ourselves to, and do a risk assessment and come up with mitigation ways to counter those risks. Next one is children. Is supervision. Children are actively supervised by trained leaders at all times. We want to create a safe environment. We are the caring leaders. We are very clear with our policy. The Scout policy is big and long. If anybody interested can go have a read of it from Scout Queensland website. We are very clear with this policy. But the most important thing is communication, right? If you're unhappy with what the leaders is doing, if you're unhappy with the program, please talk to us. Be honest. We don't like hints. Tell us exactly what it is. Okay? The role of a parent. Now, this slide here is pretty important to present. Really, we want your child to come and participate with activities, and the parents, which is yourself, which contributes in a lot of that. We also encourage to support the bench work, right? To give them a sense of achievement. Wearing a badge on their sleeve over here to the Scout band or to any Scout activity, give them a good sense of achievement, good sense of progression. We will encourage you to also to attend the family events. Like for example, we have Mother's Day's event here, Father's Day's event, we've got cooking competition as well. When we would like you to communicate with the leaders, right? Keep in touch and also help children to, and also talk about what they achieve at home, right? So what do you do at the Scout activity today? What do you learn? Talk about the achievement and celebrate. The key message is that Scouting works best when parents and leaders work together. So at the end of the day, it is really to develop your child, our young people, to create a better place, to create a better world. Okay, costing. For year 2026, what you see out there is just a very brief explanation. So it consists of ABC, right? Well, the first one is the branch fee. This is about $300 a year if you join at the beginning of the year, which goes to the branch. We don't keep that money. Then you got $250 approximately, and that goes to the group activities. Okay, and then for any member who join in new, which is you can see on the table in the middle near new member fees. If a youth that joined us early February this year, you're looking at $600. As you go, as the month progresses through the calendar year, you can see the amount getting reduced. Obviously, it's because towards the end, majority of the activity has been completed. Therefore, not much left to do. So, as you can see, let's say if the youth joined in the month of August, you're looking at $390. Take note, I think in Queensland, the play on sport voucher do apply in Scout activity, $200. You can use that. When they first join, they would the investment of about $150 will apply. That's the hat, scarf, uniform, belt, pants, and logo. Okay. For those new parents, which is thinking of joining, just be aware when you go to Facebook Marketplace, when you buy a Scout uniform, making sure the size fits and also the section color applies. Okay. Also, 2 books we will highly recommend for you to buy as well, which is the Outdoor Activity Skill Progression Booklet and also the Joey Scout, in this case Joey Scouts. I think Cub Scout have their own, Scout have their own, Ranger have their own, basically as a record book in terms of where they are progressing. Okay, those books together I think is about $35. Payment is to be made. So for new membership, you need to pay, and the bank details is the Westpac as per the screen with the BSB and account number. For special events, for example, we're going to Brownsea, the payment will be requested. Do not pay in advance. Only it is requested because the bank detail may be different for every section. Okay. New membership, when you join, you scan that QR code, it will bring you to that website. When you're in that website, when you register, there's a part where it says formation. Make sure you pick the correct formation. Brisbane South Chinese Scout Group formation and section. Brisbane South Chinese, if you're Joey Scout Unit. Cubs, Scout Unit, and so on and so forth. Okay, camp fees. This varies, right? So I think Marianne, lately you got you have brought the scouts out. How much was the fee per individual for your camp?
Roughly around about we did the 5-day course,
yep.
5-day event.
Yep.
That was for week 26. Roughly around about $500 per kid. No, I think it's roughly around $500.
It's 288 for the
around.
Right. Okay. It includes food, accommodation, activities.
So you pay separately.
Oh, pay separately.
So
Okay.
in total it's 380.
Okay. For example, right, the Joey went to the Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary together with the Cub Scouts. The fees is $118, which includes transportation, food, activities, entry fees. What else have I got there? Lunch. Yeah. Okay, so this is something that you want to think about. Again, those fees will be advertised in WeChat and you will be notified. Okay? All right. Okay, so we are all volunteers. So me standing here and together with the leaders out there, every month we are paid $5,000 for this. No, I'm kidding. We don't pay, we don't get anything. We get zero. From a financial perspective, yes, Phil?
Something my wife was getting last year, a lot of people thought we were getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
We are definitely volunteers, no one gets a cent. None of us at this
Correct.
point gets a cent.
Correct. So why are we here? Okay, from a financial perspective, we got zero financial benefit out of this. But then I spent time putting this presentation together. I spent time talking to you guys. These leaders out here today. May is here. Everybody is here. And why are we doing this? why are we spending out, because we've got nothing else to do. I've got 2 young kids. I've got a very high stress job, but I'm still doing this. Right. So we are all volunteers at the end of the day. The reason why we are doing this, we're going back to the same theme, all right, creating a better world. Because I believe in our young people that we can develop our young people going forward. Of the things that, again, in the very beginning of the presentation, you look at all the things that the world is facing. We want to create a world a better place. We are here because we believe in our young people. Do you believe in your own children, that they can be better citizens of the world? Not of the country, but of the world. Okay? So leaders are the volunteers. Our leaders are not paid. They step up because they care and they want to make a difference. Right? Training requirement. Leaders complete training to ensure the safe, positive, and meaningful experience for the youth. So for myself, for example, for me to be the Joey Scout leader, I spend up to about a week, like non-stop, or maybe even up to 6 months to do the online training. Then I have to go away for 3 long weekends. Friday, you start at Friday 7 p.m. You finish at Sunday 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a weekend away. Where do I go? Sanford BP Park. And it's not close. It's about an hour's drive for me to get there. Why do I do it? Again, because I want to develop our young people for the future. Yes, a lot of time commitment. So leaders, Lindy has spent a lot of time planning in the background, right? So is Marianne, spending a lot of time doing a lot of stuff in the background. She just spent 5 days away from her family to do scouting. Phil as well, spend a lot of time away from his work and family as well. So all of us here are volunteers, and we have got 0 financial benefit. But at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's about believing in our young people that we can create a better place. Okay? Why leaders choose to serve? They believe in young people, build strong communities, grow personally, and make long-lasting memories.
Actually, can I say one thing?
Yeah, sure.
The benefit we get out of it is seeing them progress. So
Yes.
that we do it because yes, we believe in the system.
Yes.
But the only benefit we get out of it is to seeing the kids grow.
Correct.
That makes us happy.
Grow to create a better world. Okay, how do we communicate? 3 forms. You got WeChat, which is our primary way of communication. Facebook is one. So when you go to the Facebook, you look for the Brisbane South Chinese Scout Group. A lot of photographs will be updated there, and it will have a bit of a brief in terms of what we do. That's where we keep all the memories, you can call it database of all the photographs and so on, and parent briefings such as this today. Okay, this we will try to do twice a year. I think the next one will be more focused on program delivery. Today is really about the understanding of the Scout methods, the understanding of why we are doing this in terms of scouting in general. Who to contact? You can contact via us. You can contact us via the WeChat group. If any very difficult question, you can talk to Lindy, which is our group leader at the back. And in terms of expected response time, any question you do ask us, please give us a bit of a time because we are quite busy ourselves. We will respond to your question as soon as we get them. Okay? Volunteer with us, a big one. A couple of faces up there. Ray is here, Regina is here. Parent helper, you can help us in so many ways, right? There is a role for everybody. You can be a parent helper, you can support the activity. We do fundraising, we do sell sausages at Bunnings. If you are available for that weekend, you can volunteer your time, bring your kid along, get them to understand, the money counting. That is a bit of an education there as well. And you can also help us from the administration perspective. You can join us as a committee. And the last but not least, you can be like me or be like us, wearing this blue uniform with a scarf on and become a Scout leader. Okay? Again, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but there are other forms to support. Okay, question time. There are no silly questions. Together we are support. Again, the theme here is to support our young people. Do we have any questions? So let's open up to the floor here. Anybody here have any questions? No? What about online? Any question from online? They're still there. Any question online? No? Okay. The presentation that I have today will be shared in WeChat. I will send a PDF version of this, and it will be available on WeChat. If you do have any question, please go to your leaders, ask them those questions, and we will try to answer them as soon as possible. Okay? I don't know where is the next session will be, but it will be announced. Where's my mouse? Okay, yep. Final message. This is the final message. Parents, there are three messages. Scouting develops young people. It's going to take time, right? A lot of patience. Our parents are part of the journey. So what we teach at the den, what we teach at the outdoor activities, that is only 50% of it. The other 50% is at home. So what we teach at the den, at Scouts, that need to be implemented from home as well, right? Again, going back to the example, going camping, being part, get your child to be part of packing up, packing the things that the equipment, the torchlight, the sleeping bag, the extra underwear, or toothpaste, toothbrush, inside that, be part of that process.
And unpacking.
All right?
And unpacking.
And unpacking, yes. So when they are at the Scout camping, it's our job now to make sure that, hey, whose toothbrush is that? That doesn't belong underneath the bed. Whose socks is that? That goes into it. That socks does not go on top of your bunk. Take it down and put inside your bag. Is that dirty? Do you have a dirty bag? Do you have where's your wet shoes? You're not supposed to wear Crocs. Where's your wet shoes? Stuff like that. Okay? Thing for the message. Yeah, I just put this one out here because I'm very proud of my Joeys. These are the Joey group. I'm sure that Cubs will have their own, Scouts will have their own. I'm just put it out there. So because I don't want them to feel left out, so I put everybody's pictures on the screen. So this is our group. I don't think it's 100% there. I think majority is there.
Very close.
I wasn't there. I was cycling at that time. So I will leave you with that. Thank you very much for attending. Thank you.